Let's talk about the transfer window. Thanks to eToro. Thanks for coming in and telling us to talk about the transfer window. 33 players bought in, 34 players left. Perth Glory brought in 7 players. Sydney FC brought in 6. Sydney FC, of course, they sold Hayden Matthews, who's actually done really, really well, hasn't it? And a lot of the excitement about Australian football, we've talked about it from the start, is the young kids. And you sort of have this balance where you want them to stay in the A-League because you want to watch them and you want to see them develop, but then there is a real pride in them going to big football clubs around the world and actually making an impact.
Yeah, no, and he's I think played 4 or 5 games for Portsmouth, and it's great because that's always the transition, is that you come over and where like do you get game time and how do you get the foot in the door, so he's definitely hit it early on and great for him. But yeah, it puts a challenge on us, and like we got to learn new names and new young players coming through.
Listen, that's all right for you. For Archie, that's an absolute nightmare,
isn't it? Like,
Archie wants every player to just be called, Lockie or Brett, and then he's absolutely fine. But anyway, we have to have a 2-hour warm-up session when we go through all the players. Yeah, you want a transfer embargo for 20 years, and then you'll be fine. Obviously, our PL went off to Real Salt Lake. Jed Drew's gone. Thomas Waddingham as well has gone to Portsmouth as well, has already scored. Who do you think, in terms of players coming in, and I guess players going out as well, who's won the window? What a terrible sentence. I can't believe I said it out loud.
Well, it's still really early to kind of know how much impact a lot of these guys are having. We kind of agree that Kota Mizanuma is someone that has really made a big impact on that Newcastle team, which all indications was what was going to happen, because he's someone that's really disciplined. He's played at a great level, and his experience was something that Newcastle needed, being a young side. And you can see already with his delivery, that header from Lockie Rose, the ball was just incredible. Perfect. So for me, he's the impact, made an immediate impact. But it's only early. There's probably going to be loads that are going to...
Yeah, I think another one I would point out is Henry Hoare, who's obviously come back from Korea, scored a goal and played, I think, 10 games over there. But yeah, Brisbane, who's really struggled for points, in his 3 games, he's got 2 goals and they won 1, drew 1, and then only, I think, lost very marginally to Sydney.
Western Sydney.
Western Sydney, yeah. So... again, he's had an impact in a team that struggled for goals. Not knocking Waddingham, but he's made a difference. And again, they've got Newcastle this weekend, so be very interested to see those 2 players. Who can make a difference again.
What about a left field one?
Well, I'm going Sarif Cowie. So he
just learned his name just then.
Yeah, well, you know how I am with names. If he had been Brett someone, I would have been okay. But Sarif Cowie, he was brought in by Faid Kafala, who seems to be bringing in a lot of the quality players. So Tunisian, he's grown up in an academy that most people should know about, Clairefontaine.
Sure.
Which is had Thierry Henry, Mbappe, Anelka, just to name a few. I mean, you, to get invited to something like that, you have to be a special player. And he's going to get some more minutes. But, speaking to Faid, and usually he gets things right when it comes to players. And he says this guy is going to be probably in the top 5 by the end of the year of midfielders in this country. Yeah, so it's a big shout. But I trust Faid. So, and already I saw a couple of little touches from him, and you think, okay, this guy could be special for MacArthur.
How about you?
Yeah, no, again, but I'll stay sort of around the midfield. I think I'm excited to see Luke Amos, who's come in at Perth. He didn't get a chance to play this weekend, but he, again, a player that comes with pedigree. He played a couple of games for Tottenham. Has had some problems with injuries, a couple of serious knee injuries. So he's looking to resurrect his career. And I watching Perth, I know they like Pearman, who's been great, is away with the young Sagaru. So, but they were missing something in midfield, and hopefully he can come in and be a spark. He definitely, as you said, comes with good background. And Perth, I think, needs that little bit of drive. in that position. So I'm really excited to see if he can make an impact like we talked about other players have.